Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Red Lion Specialist Cars, Highland Whisky Clan, one-to-one boxing gyms and Glove Box Management. We are very, very lucky to be here in Glasgow this morning with the one and only Robert Warren. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. Well, I'll tell you what, I know you're all right because you had a beautiful breakfast up there, lad.
You did disturb my breakfast, didn't you? But I do thank you for making me white of sauce.
You did have a little bit of tomato there, didn't you? Yeah. Well, listen, fabulous day up here today and big fights. Which one are you looking forward to?
Well, obviously the main event of Ekow. Can't wait to see that fight. He's looked very, very relaxed all week. I think he will show a very good account of himself as long as he don't let the occasion get to him. Well,
Ekow's got a lot of experience. He's been boxed in big arenas before. I was there when he won the belts over in Manchester.
Yeah.
And he is used to it.
Yeah.
I think this is a crossroads for him, isn't it? This fight is a real big sort of. If he wins, he could go on to world honours again.
That's exactly what I mean by the occasion getting to him, because he knows what this fight means. It'd be a big leap forward and, as you say, a big step backwards. But as long as he gives a good account of himself, which I'm sure he will.
Well, styles make fights, and I think that Ekow's style alongside Josh's fights, it's Taylor. I think they just mix. I think this might be a quicker fight than we all think it will.
It could be, yeah, because the further it goes, I mean, the pair of them are going to use a lot of energy. I would favour Ekow in that department, if you know what I mean.
And do you think?
To me, he's looked very, very, very relaxed. If he's not on form, Josh, he'll have a big, big problem.
Yeah, I mean, Josh is obviously former unified champion. He knows his stuff. But he is towards the end of his career now, Josh. I think. I know he was considering perhaps retiring last time out. This is one step. This is his only step now, isn't it? Really.
That's right, and that's what I mean as well by the occasion, because it's such a big, big step for both of them.
Yeah.
And any chink in their armour, the other one wins, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight, mate, isn't it?
Very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It will be. I think it's going to be a very, very good fight.
And of course, we've got a packed out arena there as well, and Scotland is always nice and quiet, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's lovely to come back to Scotland. I don't think we've been here since Ricky Burns' days.
Is it not?
That's so long ago we've done a show in Glasgow, I think. Yeah, and they've always been great up here, always. Great support for Glasgow.
Absolutely.
Lovely up here.
Well, listen, you boys have been doing some really, really good shows.
Yeah.
Been all over the place, been out in Gibraltar recently and back into the York Hall quite a bit. What you got coming up? Anything you can tell us about?
Well, I think we've got another show coming up on June the 27th. Don't ask me who's on it.
Right.
But we're ready to go on that one. We've got a lot of fighters that we need to get placed. But I think the boys, because mostly my boys do it all anyway. But I think we're going to do up to between 8 and 10 shows a year now.
She's pretty good.
Busy. I think we got something creeping up that we'll let you know at a later date.
You can't do that to me.
I'm going to have to. Otherwise they kill me.
So I'll get hold of Sonny and give him a pint of wine later.
We have to give him $5 or so.
Yeah, well, maybe a tenner. But I think one thing I noticed, obviously we've started to come over to watch the shows again now. They've started to sort of come out a bit more frequently.
Yeah.
They're superb productions. I wouldn't call them small shows.
They have. I mean, they work very hard. I mean, you know yourself what it's like behind the scenes.
Yeah, of course.
How hard it is, to set up and everything. But I must give my boys credit. They have really, the production side of it has been incredible.
But the matchups are great.
Yeah.
I'd say 80% 50-50 fights.
Exactly. Well, that's what you need to have, especially when you've got youngsters coming up as well. You put them in them fights. It's not a big loss to them if it's a close fight or whatever, and they learn a lot from it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's good that you've got some of the Queensbury signed fighters coming over onto those shows and getting experience as well. People like the Birchall boys.
Yeah.
They're coming over and doing a little bit shortly, I believe.
That's right, and vice versa. I mean, once they get established,
they go over to Queensbury.
But it's a great learning curve. And the days of when you used to have journeyman after journeyman after journeyman gone. You could have a German 3 or 4 fights, but then you've got to learn now. You've got to learn quick as well. Not like the old days.
Well, something I don't know if you've noticed, but the journeymen have now started to want to win.
Exactly, and that. Well,
I mean, they do anyway.
If they get stopped, they're out for 28 days anyway. So
They are.
They see a chink in your arm and they go for it.
They do, and I've noticed that probably in the last 12 months, more and more the journeymen are giving the lads who are they're there to help through and guide through and give the experience a lot more of trouble.
Well, I've noticed that sort of in the last sort of 7-8 years, how they've been coming forward, journeymen. And now when you're first putting the fighter in for his first fight, and you'll go, not that journeyman.
Not that one.
Too dangerous. And it's good. And that's great for the sport. It's great for the sport.
It is good for the sport, and that bodes well for when it filters upwards, of course, as well.
Yeah. I mean, especially young fighters, and they learn so much from it, But as I say, journeyman after journeyman, sometimes you push them in the deep end too quick.
Yeah.
Well, I think if they put them in sort of our shows, the box academies, they get more confidence and they learn, they learn more.
That's the thing, learning.
They get more confident,
So, 10 shows a year, that's a pretty big ask. It's a lot of hard work, mate.
Yeah.
You're not getting any younger. How long are you going to do this for?
I'm not telling you. How long am I going to do it for?
Yeah.
Listen, I'll always be behind Frank, so. My brother, 45 years this year.
Wow.
Well, you got it December,
You've seen it all.
December 1985, I think.
Was it really?
Yeah. 45 years.
45.
I was 3.
Jesus. Listen, I know it's early and all that, but
not early.
Now listen, you're getting a nice little stable of boxers over at Warren Boxer Management as well.
Well, we got loads of good lads coming through. And I think with my boys, because they've been coming boxing since they was like 16 and that. So they've been going boxing for, like Bobby's been going boxing for over 25 years. It just shows that.
It's mad, isn't it?
As the time goes, yeah. So they've learned a lot and they're doing very well.
Well, the shows are great, and it's good to have Box Nation on there as well.
Yeah.
Bit of exposure for the lads at the sort of the learning stage.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Because nowadays it's also show business. It's not just boxing.
No.
And it's good that they actually get that exposure to interviews and TV cameras and everything. At the level where perhaps they wouldn't have had it before.
No, and it does. It serves. It's such a great thing to have because it's just that step before you're at the big time.
Yeah.
And it is. You get a wonderful audience to watch it.
Yeah.
And all that, and it's. I think my boys that have set it to go from strength to strength. They really have done a great job.
Well, listen. Ekow is going to go and do the business, but
I
like a prediction off you.
My prediction, I think Ekow does it on points.
On points?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be
Your
interesting.
Prediction?
My prediction, I'm not allowed to have a prediction, but if I were to make a prediction, if I weren't completely neutral,
you don't want them to know. You don't.
If I weren't completely neutral, I'd probably go stoppage either way by 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to go at each other.
I think they will do, yeah.
And being gentlemen of a certain era, I think that once they get to 6 rounds, they will then settle for the points, and it could go either way.
Well, we'll see. I think it's going to be a very, very hard fight, but that's my way of thinking. Ekow on points.
Ekow on points. Well, Robert, you can go back to your toast and catch up now. Your nice little egg on there as well.
And by the way, on his shirt there.
Listen, it's always a pleasure to be in your company, my friend, and let's have a good evening.
Yeah, all the best.
Thank you, mate.